Shalom and good evening. This is TV7 Israel News, broadcasting to you from Jerusalem. And in today's top stories, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu meets with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow to bolster their military coordinated mechanism in Syria, as well as the growing threat Israel views vis-à-vis Iran's activities in Syria and Lebanon. The Turkish military continues its advance on several fronts of Syria's Afrin region and has reportedly managed to conquer strategic positions from the US-backed Kurdish YPG militia. Israeli officials warn of an Iranian effort to create a situation in which its Lebanese-proxy Hezbollah attains the capacity to manufacture advanced weapons independently, aimed for war against the Jewish state. Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has once again reiterated Israel's appreciation for US President Donald Trump's decision to recognize Jerusalem as the capital of the Jewish state, as well as Washington's anticipated move to relocate before the end of next year the United States Embassy in Israel from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem.
אני הבאתי בפניו שוב את הערכתנו על ההחלטה ההיסטורית שקיבל להכיר בירושלים כבירת ישראל ולהעביר בהקדם את שגרירות ארצות הברית אליה.
During the Israeli government's weekly cabinet meeting, Prime Minister Netanyahu further stated that he had discussed with President Trump the dangers of the Islamic Republic and the need to block Iran's aggression across the Middle East, including Tehran's aspiration to acquire nuclear weapons capability.
אנחנו שוחחנו על הצורך לבלום את התוקפנות של איראן באזור ולבלום גם את הניסיונות שלה להשיג נשק גרעיני באמצעות הסכם הגרעין הכושל שיש לתקנו או לעזבו.
Meanwhile, Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu has left this morning for a visit of a few hours to Moscow, where he met with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Ahead of boarding his plane, Netanyahu said he would discuss with the Russian leader the military coordination between the IDF and Russian forces in Syria to preserve the success of the coordination mechanism that has avoided unnecessary confrontations in Israel's war-torn neighbor.
אנחנו נפגשים מעת לעת כדי להבטיח את התיאום הצבאי בין צה"ל לכוחות צבא רוסיה וסוריה, ועד היום זה הצליח, וחשוב שזה ימשיך להצליח.
Netanyahu further revealed that he would also complain to Putin about Iran's attempts to turn Lebanon into one giant missile site against Israel.
אני אדון עם הנשיא פוטין על הניסיונות הבלתי פוסקים של איראן להתבסס צבאית בסוריה, דבר שאנחנו מתנגדים לו בתוקף וגם פועלים נגדו. בנוסף אנחנו גם נדון על הניסיון של איראן להפוך את לבנון לאתר טילים אחד גדול, אתר לייצור טילים מדויקים נגד מדינת ישראל, דבר שאיננו מוכנים לסבול.
Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's meeting with President Putin comes amid comments by Israeli security officials that indicate expected tensions along the country's northern border with Lebanon in the course of the coming year. Israeli security officials have discerned several trends in Lebanon that would point to a heightened risk of conflagration, citing Hezbollah's military buildup, Iranian efforts to build an accurate missile plant on Lebanese soil, Hassan Nasrallah's increasingly strident public statements in which Hezbollah's leader indicates an aspiration to bolster its resistance credentials using Israel as its foil, and public criticism about the role the Iranian-backed militia played in the Syrian civil war. Furthermore, Israeli officials have told TV7 that Iran is likely to increase efforts to create a situation in which its Lebanese-proxy Hezbollah attains the capacity to manufacture advanced weapons independently. The self-made precision weapon production is directed by advisors who are sent from the Islamic Republic instead of sending weapons directly from Iran, which is very costly as it must use various smuggling routes that are vulnerable to discovery by Israel and other countries. The officials further revealed that Iran is also helping the Islamist Palestinian groups Hamas and the Islamic Jihad on a smaller scale in the Gaza Strip. Now to Israel's eastern neighbor Jordan, where the United States has delivered a final shipment of military Black Hawk helicopters as part of Washington's efforts to assist its regional ally in boosting its military capabilities to confront threats the Hashemite kingdom faces, including from the Islamic State, among other regional adversaries.
U.S.-Jordanian military cooperation is very strong and a key component in our joint efforts to defeat Daesh. Receiving these helicopters is evidence of our strong relationship led by our Commander-in-Chief, His Majesty King Abdullah II.
The United States remains committed to supporting the JAF's efforts to protect Jordan's borders, deter aggression, counter acts of terrorism, assist in civil defense, and contribute to defeat ISIS coalition operations.
The final shipment of Black Hawk helicopters raised the total number of military helicopters Jordan received to 12 aircraft over the past 9 months. An American military source told TV7 that the decision aimed to bolster Jordan's attack capabilities because of its active participation in a US-led air campaign against the Islamic State, which clearly portrays the kingdom's proactive involvement in the international effort to combat the radical militants that have plagued the Middle East. In addition to bolstering the kingdom's attack capabilities, Washington has spent millions of dollars to help Amman set up an elaborate surveillance system known as the Border Security Program to stem infiltration by militants from Syria and Iraq, a project that was initiated since the start of the Syrian conflict in 2011. Now to the northern part of the war-torn country, where the Turkish military continues its advance on several fronts of Syria's Afrin region. Turkey, alongside its Turkish-backed Syrian rebels, has already reportedly conquered several strategic positions from the YPG, as the Kurdish militia, the most powerful Kurdish force within the US-backed SDF alliance, is forced to retreat. Speaking in the Congress of his ruling AK party in the northern Turkish province of Amasya, Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan vowed to clear his country's border region from terrorists, a reality that would allow the Syrian refugees that are hosted by Turkey to return to their homes in Syria.
Daha önce DAEŞ'li teröristlerden temizlediğimiz Cerablus, Rai, Elbap bölgesine 130 bin Suriyeli kardeşimiz geri dönüp evlerine yerleşti. Şimdi aynı işi de tekrar söylüyorum Afrin'de yapıyoruz. Bu şekilde adım adım tüm Suriye sınırımızı teröristlerden temizleyecek ve yıllardır ülkemizde yaşayan kardeşlerimizin evlerine dönebilmelerini böylece sağlayacağız.
Ankara views the YPG as a terrorist organization that serves as an extension of the outlawed Kurdistan Workers' Party PKK and has been infuriated by US support, including arms and training for the YPG militia. That said, Washington has urged Ankara to de-escalate the situation, as the Kurdish fighters of the YPG have played a prominent role in the US-led efforts to combat the Islamic State in Syria. Thank you for joining us. You can also watch us at TV7israelnews.com or TV7.fi. For any comments, send your emails to israelnews@tv7.fi. For any updates from Israel and its region, visit our Facebook page at TV7 Israel News. Keep praying for the peace of Israel and the peace of Jerusalem. I'm Yair Pinto. Have a good evening, and we will see you again tomorrow at the same time.
In order to donate to TV7 Israel News, please follow these simple steps. First, press the Donate logo, located at the bottom left side of TV7 Israel News Facebook page, or on the Donate tab at the head of the page. Then insert the amount you'd like to donate, and fill in your credit card information. Just like this. And press Review Donation and continue. After reviewing your donation details, please press Donate to finalize your donation. That's it! Your donation is now complete, and an email with your donation details has been sent to your email address. You can also print your donation receipt by pressing the link here. Thank you for supporting TV7 Israel News.